Chris. Welcome to Australia. Welcome to Sydney. This is your first trip here, isn't it?
It is, yeah, thank you.
Excited? Having fun?
Yeah, blast.
Seen any sights yet?
I went to Mass at St. Mary's last night, which was gorgeous. Walked around the park. We went to the Opera House the first time we got here, which was gorgeous. We're going to go climb this bridge today that everyone keeps telling me I have to climb. And then we're going to walk around the rocks and, I don't know, try and find some good food along the way.
There's lots of good food in the rocks.
Yeah?
Yeah. And do you love coffee?
Love coffee.
Lots of great coffee down there too.
Really?
So yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, we're good for coffee here in Sydney. So.
Okay.
So you're visiting for Oz Comic Con, and I guess this is kind of your first convention here in Australia, but how have you found it, I guess, in comparison to, say, some of the conventions you've done overseas?
Well, you know, this is most comparable to the San Diego Comic Con. And I'm really excited to see the new convention center and to experience the con there. The Brisbane side was wonderful and exciting, but I just think the scale of this is going to be a little different, and I'll be curious to see how.
We're bigger here in Sydney.
Yeah.
Brisbane's got really nice people and very relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah.
But Sydney, we up the ante.
Yeah.
So you're best known for your character Alaric in the Vampire Diaries. So just wanting to jump into having a chat about the Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
And so the character of Alaric, he's kind of gone through a few different varieties, I guess. So you've got your history teacher, human version Alaric, and then your vampire hunter Alaric, and possessed Alaric.
Yeah.
Was there a particular favorite for you playing that character?
I liked high school history teacher Alaric the best. I think my second most favorite version of him was as a vampire, angry vampire Alaric, season 3, and I loved the relationship with Jodie in season 6. That's sort of college professor.
Now,
recently made human, or
recently gone back to human. Back to human. So were you actually a bit surprised after, I guess, having been originally killed off in like season 3 to get the call back to say, hey, we want you to come back. We want you to come back.
You know, my contract was up for season 3 after season 3, and the CW offered me another show, and while I was shooting that, I would come and do these guest stars for season 4 and season 5, and when the show ended and season 5 for Vampire Diaries was wrapping up, it was you know, the relationship I have with the show and the character clearly wasn't over, even though I was no longer on the show as a regular, and so I had that pull, and all my friends were still working on the show, and when Julie approached me and asked me if I wanted to come back, it felt right. It felt like there was unfinished business to take care of, and I wanted to come back and see Alaric through. You know, I felt like the way we wrapped it up on season 3 was heartbreaking, but it felt unfinished. The funny part about it though is like when they killed me at the end of season 3, like we were at the height of all of our love, and everyone was really sad that Alaric was leaving, and they threw this really wonderful, heartfelt going away party for me. And then when I came back for season 6, I was like, what the fuck? You're back. Like, I know, I'm sorry.
It's like we had that really heartfelt party for you.
Yeah,
and then now you're
we
back.
made that video for you and your party, and now you're back. Like, great. Oh,
but does that mean you get to have 2 heartfelt I'm leaving parties now? Because... That's a shame.
You get one.
That's a shame. Only the one. I mean, personally for me, Alaric was definitely one of my favourite characters on the show. And, you know, I thought he was really great, so I was kind of really upset that you got killed off in season 3. But glad you came back. Thank you. One of the other things too, your character's actually gotten to jump over into doing a stint in the originals as well. So I guess how did that compare for you, I guess, as an actor moving to working with that team and that crew?
Surprisingly different in terms of tone and quality of I shouldn't say tone quality, just the tone of it was different, and I loved it. It was nice because at least on the originals I don't feel like I'm one of the oldest casts. So I feel like I'm among more of my peers on the originals. Sure. And I think the way they wrote for Alaric on the originals was, to me, more pleasing than the Vampire Diaries. I felt that he kind of the narrative for Alaric kind of got bogged down in Alaric's love life, you know, what happens to Alaric's love life and all that stuff. Which,
to his me, relationships.
And his perpetually failing relationships, which to me, after a while, I thought got a little mundane for him. So when we were over in when they brought me over to the originals, it was just nice because he was free of all that stuff. He's Alaric in the future. He had more of a sense of humor. He had more of a sense of purpose. Wasn't getting bogged down in the relationship side of Alaric, and so I just enjoyed the creative point of view that they had for Alaric on the originals more.
And plus, you're getting to work with classy vampires.
Yeah, exactly.
I've decided #classy vampires for the originals because that's all they are. So
they're classy vampires, and they're prepared, and they're professional, and they're ready to work. Yeah.